Good evening all. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Shinobi Hack 101. My name is Greg and I'm excited to share my knowledge and passion with you. So on this day, I'm going to talk about how to gain access to your Windows operating system if you forget your password. At times, it's possible that users could forget their passwords. Maybe, for example, you've not used this system for quite some time. Maybe some months, and you forget the password, or maybe for some reasons you couldn't remember your password, and you have sensitive information inside that system. Now the question is, how can we gain access to that system if the password has been forgotten by you? Now we're going to use a Kali Linux operating system to gain access to the system password. In this, there are times you have issues like this, and you meet some technicians. Now instead of giving you good solutions to your problem, they tell you to format your system because you've forgotten your password. So in a situation where you forget your password, what can you do to gain access to that system without formatting the system? So I'm going to show you a practical demonstration of how to do this. Now first, before you run this setup, you must have you should have the, sorry, just a minute. Let me set this up. So before running this software, you should have a Rufus application. We're going to use this to create a bootable Kali Linux live OS. So that's one. Then secondly, we should have take note, we're running this on a virtual machine. So these are some things you should have in place. So you should have the Rufus application, then a bootable Kali Linux OS. Right. Now, from our previous study, Kali Linux it's basically used for penetration testing. So what we're about to do, you must not do this or try this on unauthorized systems. You should only do this on systems you're giving authority to access. So don't hack anybody. This is not for I'm not teaching you to gain access to any system you don't have access to. I'm only teaching you this for educational purpose only, so you know that it's possible when you have issues like this, it's possible to gain access to a system that has a password, a forgotten password. Yeah. So on this practical, you should have you must have downloaded a Rufus application on your system, because we're going to use a Rufus application to create a USB bootable Kali Linux Live OS. Then you should have a bootable Kali Linux operating system, an ISO image. So for this demonstration, we'll be using sorry for my spelling. Yeah, an ISO image. So for this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to get this bootable Kali Linux operating system, and I have the Rufus application downloaded on my machine already. Then you should have a physical USB stick for this demonstration. So I have my USB stick already in place. Now let me show you. So Windows E, let me me show you my so Windows E. I have this is my flash drive. So I'm going to format this. So format. Let me just do a quick format. Okay. So my flash drive is empty. So let me open. So this is my flash drive. So this is the properties of my flash drive. So you see 64. Yeah, about 57.6 gig free, and the capacity is this. So I'm going to use this flash drive to run this this setup. So I have Linux already in place. So I've downloaded the Rufus. This is a Rufus application. So I've already downloaded this, and this is how the Rufus application looks. So this is the Rufus, then the bootable Kali Linux. So I'll go online to get this software. So I'll just click this, and then so say Kali Linux Live USB bootable ISO. Yeah. So let me just download this. So you use this link, get Kali. So you just click this link. So so this is basically where you you download the live operating system. So let me go back. So when you impute this Kali Linux Live USB ISO download, then you click on this link, and then you scroll down, and then you select the live boots. So you click live boots, and then you have the Kali USB USB documentation. On the documentation, you have the 64-bit, you have 32-bit, and you have Apple Silicon. So what we're installing here is the you can either install the 64-bit or the 32-bit, but for this demonstration I'm going to install the 64-bit. So when you're here, all you need to do is to click on the I've downloaded a bootable Linux OS. So copy and we paste on my desktop. So a VMware virtual machine. So it's we've forgotten the password to this operating. This is a Windows 10 machine. So let me call this up. So while I'm loading this up, let me prepare my USB. I want to prepare my USB bootable Kali Linux Live OS. So what I'll do first is I have the Rufus application here. So I'll open Rufus, and okay, sorry, I have another instance on it. So this is how the Rufus is. So you have the device. This is my flash drive, 64 gig. Then the boot selection, you ensure you select disk or ISO image, right? Then you select, the select here is to reference the ISO image that you've downloaded. As you can see, I have the Kali Linux ISO image on my desktop. Yeah, that's ISO. So I'll just click on this select, and then I reference it. So desktop, I have it here. So I'll just click this, and then I'll leave all default sets. Then you click on start, yes, ISO. So it's like, please select the mode that you want to use to write this image. Write in ISO image mode, which is what you're supposed to do. So you leave this on, and then you allow it. So you say warning, all data on this device will be destroyed. If you observe, I had formatted this flash drive for this demonstration. So I'll just say okay, and then voila, you allow it to ride. Now why this is running, so first thing it does format, and then it starts installation. Now why this is on, let me check my operating system. So if you observe, this is my Windows operating system, and it's open, right? Well, for this demonstration, I'm assuming I've forgotten the password to this operating system. So let me set a password for this OS. So I'll just do Windows E. Take note, I'm running this practical, this demonstration on my on a virtual machine, so I won't experience, if in case there's any error, it's just on a virtual machine environment, a virtual environment. So I'll set a password for this machine. So I'll do Windows E, and then I click on this PC. I click Manage, and then so Manage, and then you expand local users and group users, and then I want to set a password for my administrator account. So I just right click, set password, proceed. I'll set the password. So I'll click OK. The password set, and this account, disable this account. I'm actually on this account right now, so I'll just disable this so I'll just allow only administrator account running on this machine. So I'll close this and log out. Let me log out. So I'll sign this out. So I've signed out this account. If you observe, if you click this, you have the administrator. If you put password, they tell you password not correct. If you put without this, you impute, you say password not correct. So I have to impute the right password. So I'm going to do right now is I'm going to power this machine. I'm going to power up. I'm going to power it down. Now, before I start this up, I have to wait for this bootable flash. That's for this first option. I have to wait for this to Rufus. I have to wait for Rufus to create a bootable live Kali Linux OS for me. So I'm just wait a little bit to have some. We're going to use a tool on Kali Linux that is. We're going to use a tool for this demonstration, and the tool is the. Yeah, we're going to use this tool on Kali Linux for this demonstration. Yeah, so we're going to use this tool on Kali Linux, but let me wait how many minutes. Okay, we have 77%. So just have I have to allow this on so you see how this this practical is done. So basically, what this tool does, this tool is it's a software utility that's basically used for resetting or blanking local password used by Windows operating systems. So and this operating system is on Linux, right? So through this OS, we're going to gain access to Windows SAM file. Now, the SAM file is really what we want. SAM file, it's where the passwords are saved. It's like it's a security accounts manager, like a database where usernames and passwords are saved. It's called the SAM file. So we're going to use this tool to gain access to the SAM file in the Windows C drive, Windows, System32, and config. Yeah, in the config folder, that's where you get the SAM file. So we're going to use Linux to gain access to the SAM file and then tweak it, probably get the password, and then I would restart this. Take note, I'm doing this on Windows. Before you do this, you must have inserted your USB. Your USB stick, where you have the this is now a bootable stick with the live Linux, the live Kali Linux ISO image here. So I will insert this in my machine, and then I want this to be on my virtual machine. So I will start this. I will start my guest, and then. So while this is starting, you could impute the F1 key, and then you scroll down to where you this is my USB flash drive where you have the it's coming up. Let's just wait a bit for this to come up. So what I have to do right now is I'll double click on open my file system computer, and then I would access my flash drive. This is my flash drive. Let me go back. This is my flash drive 64. So I open this, and then scroll down for Windows. Then system 32. System 32, and sorry, let me disable this. System 32 config. So I'm in the config. So Windows System 32 config. I'm in this folder. So you just right click and it says open terminal here. So on this terminal, you impute the first command. So this -L SAM, I want all user accounts that are in this operating system to be displayed to me. So just hit enter. So that's what this L option does. So if you observe, it's displaying all accounts in this operating system, so Paint and the others. But I'm interested in administrator accounts because I forgot the password to this account. So what I have to do right now is to use this option. CHNTPW, or use a -U for user, and I specify the user. So I want to gain access to administrator account on the SAM file. So I hit enter. So I have more. It's asking me the edit menu. On this edit menu, these are things you could do on this account. So if you observe on the first, I have clear user password. You have unlock. Like these are things you could run. You could actually do on this administrator account. So I'm going to select the first option, clear user password. I've forgotten the password, so I want this password cleared. So I'll select the first option, hit enter, and then I'm done with this. So if you observe, you see this try login with no password, and then so I have to restart this machine now for what I've done to work. So what I have to do is to hit the queue for quit so that this could save. Now it's asking me hives that have changed. Hives that have changed is, if you observe, you see the SAM there, and then it's saying write hive files like you save. So you say yes, and then you hit enter, and yeah, voila. So we're done. So what we'll have to do right now is to call the system up. So basically I would restart this machine. So restart. So at this point you don't need the flash drive anymore. So you see it's booted. Happens if it's going to ask me for if it's going to ask me for a password. I don't think I'm going to ask for that. So if you observe, there's no password here. Welcome, and then so what we just did is we cleared the password from. So if you observe, it's giving me this. So let's just wait for. So if you observe these settings, I'll just accept, and so voila. So I'm in. So This is how you gain access to accounts that you've forgotten the passwords, and then you need to gain access to those accounts. So if you observe, if you click here, you see this is an administrator. This is an administrator account. I still have other accounts. Like I told you, there were two accounts there, two active accounts. So if I go to Windows E, let me go to the system manager. So I click manage. So if you expand local users and group users, so you observe I have two accounts. I had disabled this, right, and I enabled only this account, and so this is how easy it is to gain access to. So whenever you go, whenever you send your system to a repair shop and you complain to them that you've forgotten your password, and they advise you to forget your system, you tell them no, that there are ways you could gain access to this system without formatting. And take notes, you must not do this on systems you're not authorized to. So only do this for this demonstration is for educational purpose only. So ensure you only do this on authorized machines only. So thank you, and I really appreciate your time for watching my channel, and may God bless you. Thank you.